New York Fashion Week is in full swing and London Fashion Week is just around the corner, but are you aware of the alternative version? Curvier women aren't always represented by the world's biggest fashion houses, but Plus Size Fashion Week are giving them their very own platform to strut down. Join A-List as we go behind the scenes at the UK's alternative runway. So, as we said, there's been a lot of support for Plus Size Fashion Week. What would you say the reaction from the wider fashion industry has been like for the event?
I think for the first 2 years of me doing this event, or doing the previous event, it has been excitement because it was almost like a novelty to the media. And I think this year they've realised we're not going anywhere. We will keep on doing this event, and they've now started to take us a little bit more serious. The plus size industry is moving forward. A lot of retailers are now getting involved in actually plus size clothing, so they've now realised that they are getting behind it, and it feels much more like it's being supported in a serious way, and not that it's been a novelty, which is what we don't want.
Now, we were talking earlier about bridging the gap between plus size models and regular models, I suppose, in the fashion industry. When you started the Plus Size Fashion Week, were there any concerns that it may be kind of creating a separation by creating a separate event, if that makes sense?
Definitely, but there was definitely that feeling of will it always be a separated event? But I think with many things that people do not understand, so like the media for many years haven't understood plus size fashion. So unless you show them exactly what you can do with plus size fashion, there will always be a segregation because they don't get it. So the reason why this year feels like it's becoming a little bit more serious is that they're starting to, since we've shown it to them, they're now starting to understand. So I hope slowly but surely events like this will allow the plus size or the fashion industry to realise there doesn't have to be a segregation. We can all do this because beauty comes in every size.
Now, is this your first time at Plus Size Fashion Week?
It is the first time and the first time to be involved, so it's really exciting.
And growing up, maybe, what did you think about the representation of women in the fashion industry, in the media, in magazines?
You know, in my day, when I was younger, it was really hard because there weren't amazing brands and designers that were going outside the box, I guess you could say, and designing fantastic clothes for all body types. And so now it's really great to see that just because you have a curvier figure, no matter what that figure may be, it could be a size 12 curvy, it could be a size 24 curvy, and now women are being represented, and it's nice to be able to finally have that.
And what are your thoughts on the term plus size? Because some people take offence to the label, and other people just don't want labels at all. What are your thoughts?
You know, I go back and forth with it. There's times where I'm like, what does it matter? Can't we just go up in the sizes and that just be the end of it? And then other times I'm like, I don't mind being separated. I don't mind having our own section. That's fine with me. But, at the end of the day, I think it would be nice if one day the brands just kept going up in the size and didn't have it set aside as plus size. You know what I mean? So yeah, I think it would be nice if that was what happens one day. But until then, I say we just rock our plus size.
There's a debate at the moment about the term plus size. How do you feel about the label? Do you feel it's offensive, or are you happy that, that it's being recognised?
I mean, as a plus size blogger, I'm a person that uses these sort of key terms to, lead people to my site, to help people find items and clothes and stuff like that. It doesn't offend me. I feel like it's like a useful tool for me to help people.
And what would you like to see from fashion brands? Would you like to see more like of a plus size section, or would you just like it to be more incorporated into their label?
Personally, I don't mind a plus size section because I don't like looking for my clothes. And I say a plus size section, like incorporating everything in one department doesn't really work if every brand doesn't carry plus size. So I don't want to be searching for rack to rack. But I would like a section that wasn't in the basement.
You are actually considered a plus size model with some labels, which is crazy because you do not look like traditional plus size.
Yeah. So in the modelling industry, my size, so basically anything from a size 10 is considered plus size because the straight size fashion, their sample sizes start from a size 6. So that is quite a big jump. So in the modelling world, if you're over a size 10, you're considered plus size.
And what are your thoughts on the term plus size? Because a lot of people don't mind it and don't find it offensive, but then some people do.
I think I think there should be maybe a section in the middle called curve, because what concerns me is when I tell, say, you know, someone who's a lot younger than me that I'm a plus size model and she's smaller than me, she'd be like, oh, am I plus size then? If I say I'm a curve model, because I am curvy, I'm not stick thin, that would be better, I think, for younger people and, you know, the whole body image thing. So I definitely think, you know, I don't think the term plus size is offensive for certain sizes, you know, above a certain size, but in the no man's land, like from a size 10 to 14 maybe, I think that should be classed as curve.
So what would you define as a beautiful woman?
Everything. I don't think anyone can define it. I think beauty is in the eye of the beholder, and I don't think anyone should let anyone make a judgment on how they look. You know, that really upsets me when I see stuff like that, or someone consider themselves not attractive because of someone's opinion or a company's opinion. No, I don't agree with that.
And what would you define as a beautiful woman?
A beautiful woman is a woman who loves herself.